Okay, number 5, must be, could be. Here are some more challenges from Mr. Quincy. For each description of a quadrilateral below, say what special type the quadrilateral must be and or what special type the quadrilateral could be. Remember, some descriptions may have no must be statements and some descriptions may have many could be statements. So the first one says the diagonals of my quadrilateral are equal. So I'm going to look at the shapes and figure out on my toolkit which one has that as part of either the definition or properties. And right here it says diagonals are congruent under rectangle. And when I'm thinking about, one second, I gotta go get my hierarchy. Sorry about that. When I'm thinking about my hierarchy, I know that a rectangle has a specialized shape, which is a square. So it must be a rectangle, but it could be a specialized rectangle, which would be a square. So that one was pretty short. The next one says my quadrilateral has one right angle. So there's definitely not a shape that just has that as part of the definition or description. A lot of them have like a couple right angles or some right angle or like all right angles. So none of them are a must be, but like any of them could have that. So we're gonna say any quadrilateral. Because technically all of them could have right angles, specifically, sorry, one right angle. And then the next one says my quadrilateral has one pair of equal adjacent, meaning next to, sides. So some options for that, and I'm gonna look at the hierarchy. Kites can have sides that are equal and adjacent. We can have, let's see here, a square. We can have a rhombus. So a square is a specialized rhombus, but since kite is also an option, we don't have a must be because we're gonna have kite, square, and rhombus here. And it's okay if you don't know that immediately. What you can do is list them all out and then figure out, are they all one of the same thing? For example, again, if I just had square and rhombus, I know that it must be a rhombus because they're both rhombuses, a square and a rhombus, but since kite's in there, I'm not gonna put any specialized form. Okay, so the next one, it says find the area and perimeter. So we've got a trapezoid and a 49-degree angle. So I'm gonna create a right triangle here because I'm going to need all the outside pieces to be able to find the perimeter. So this is 25 from up here and 17 will go over here. So I need to find this piece and this piece to be able to talk about perimeter. So I get my calculator out. So I'm gonna draw the triangle separately. I'm actually gonna do it twice. To find each missing piece. I'm gonna put 17. I'm just gonna start with finding X, so I'm not gonna write Y. You can do it however you want. I just think this kind of helps separate things. So then I'm thinking SOHCAHTOA, sine, cosine, tangent. So SOHCAHTOA is up here. I've got, this is opposite, because I can draw an arrow, and this is adjacent because it's next to and it's not the hypotenuse. So O and A would be tangent. So I'm gonna write tangent of 49 over 1 equals opposite 17 over adjacent X. So I'm gonna cross multiply because I don't put anything in the calculator until the end. X times tangent of 49 equals 17 times 1. So I'm trying to get X alone, so I'm gonna divide both sides by tangent of 49 because that's gonna cancel out here. And then I'm gonna put 17 divided by tangent of 49 into my calculator. So I get 14.7779. So I'm going out 4 decimal places. 14.7779. So that's X. So I need that here. And you can find y in two different ways. I'm going to use trig again, but you could technically also use Pythagorean theorem since you have two of the sides now. So 49, looking for y, and I'm just going to use 17 again just because I know that's like a good number. Looking at the 14 number, 0.7779, tongue twister, that one is rounded, so I'm going to try to avoid it, but it's okay if you use it, it doesn't hurt. So I'm going to do trig again, so opposite and hypotenuse. So that one's going to be sine. So sine of 49 over 1 equals opposite over hypotenuse. And remember, that's the first letter over the second letter for each one of these when you're writing your fraction. So I'm going to cross multiply y times sine of 49. You could also write it as the other way first, 17 times 1, and then equals 17 times 1. So to get y alone, I'm going to divide both sides by sine of 49. So I'm doing a lot of dividing today. So these cancel out, and I get y equals, and then 17 divided by sine of 49. So that's 22.5252. So now to find all our answers, 22.5252. I think just labeling the picture is a lot easier here. So area and perimeter. So area, you could either do area of the trapezoid, or if you don't remember the formula for that, you could do area of the rectangle plus area of the triangle. So I'm going to do area like that, just in case you forget. So rectangle plus triangle. So area of the rectangle is base times height, 17 times 25. And then area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height, so 1/2 that 14.7779 times height, 17. And then we'll add them. So 17 times 25 is 425, and then plus 1/2 times 14.7779 times 17 is 125.61215, and I was just copying all from the calculator. This is what came out. I just copied all of it, and then I'm going to add 425 to that, so I get 550.61215, and I'm just going to round 50.612 feet squared. And if you don't know that this one dash is feet, you could just literally write the 1 dash and then write squared. Perimeter, you just need to make sure you're really careful. You're only getting numbers on the outside, not the inside. So what I mean by that is this 17 will not be utilized in the perimeter. I'm going to circle all the numbers I need and then write out everything. I notice a lot of people forget to do that, and then they miss something, and then I don't know what went wrong. So 17 plus 25 plus 22.5252 plus 14.7779 plus 25. So again, I'm not putting that number in there. So I'm going to add all those together, and you get 17 plus 25 plus 22.5252 plus 14.7779 plus 25. And then this is all what comes out of the calculator, 104.3031. So I'm going to write 104.303 feet. And then you can also just write the dash.